Okay.
Roll down Tide.
Well, folks, you can smoke them if you got them. Alabama beating the Tennessee Volunteers. Not necessarily the game of the day, although let's just call it what it is. This game, and we'll get into it here in a second. I'll say that much. It looked better on paper, if you ask me. What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard here, Ballard Sports Media. Let me get this amazing overlay off here. Shout out to Mac Jones, though. Looking pretty good with the Patriots this year. We'll recap today's games. I don't want to be on too long. Maybe I'm not going past midnight my time. How about that? 52-24 Alabama over Tennessee. How about 9 overtimes? Illinois upsetting Penn State. What the hell happened? Pittsburgh beating Clemson. Cincinnati taking out Navy. Louisville over Boston College. A lot went down today. A lot went down. Let me check the chat. Let's see who was in here. My man Jeff Webster. I'll drop the link here in a second. I definitely want to hear from him. But I have something very special that I would like to play real quick in honor of Alabama's 15th, 16th straight third set. Hell, who cares? I've lost count. It's a lot of them. Here we go. Let's go. The alma mater of Alabama. The fight song. Yay, Alabama. Now, was this a big surprise to me that Alabama won this game? No. It's the same old stuff. And I do hate Tennessee. Regardless of anything I've ever said. I love the rivalry. I don't hate Tennessee like I do Auburn or whatever, but I do have some hatred for Tennessee. Every year is their year. They're going to finally do it. They don't. Now, they held them, but I think the key difference maker, and I was able to actually at least listen to Eli Gold on the way home from work tonight throughout the practically the whole fourth quarter. But what kept the game for Alabama was that 28 points. We wish it was 28 touchdowns, but 28 points, outscoring the Vols 28-7 in the fourth quarter tonight. Bunch of great big plays. Jamison Williams had a hell of a night. The key receiver. I don't know who the best receiver is on Alabama's roster because let's be honest, just like any year, man, they're stacked. Brian Robinson had over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns, 26 carries, you see here. Bryce Young looked phenomenal. And I know I've said some things about Bryce Young. He's amazing, right? He's great. He's talented. The problem was the offensive line. Now, the offensive line, I thought, stepped up tonight, going back, seeing highlights and everything. And from what I heard, too, hearing Eli Gold and how he calls it, he had 3 lead blocks or, 3 lead blockers in front of him as he dives into the end zone for the touchdown. There you go, Jeff. Yay, Alabama. Down inside. Every Bama man's behind you. Hit your stride. Go teach the Bulldogs to behave. Send the Yellow Jackets to a watery grave. And if a man starts the weekend, that's his shame. For Bama's plucking grit, have her name in crimson flame. Fight on, fight on, fight on, men. Remember the Rose Bowl will win then. Go roll to victory, hit your stride. Your Dixie's football pride, Crimson Tide, roll tide, roll tide. Woo! There we go. Anyway. Damn. All right. So Alabama has a bye week next week. This was the perfect win, too, for Alabama. This is what they needed. They needed a statement game like this. Who the hell am I kidding? This ain't no statement win. It's Tennessee. Tennessee is still a terrible program. But I want to make a point, though, because, it looks better on paper than it was. The 28 points in the fourth quarter for Alabama was the game changer that gave Alabama this score right here and the big victory. Right? It was 24-17 going into the fourth. It was a 1-touchdown game. But Alabama's offense stepped it up and said, you know what? I think we have a chance to be good here and put ourselves out there. Let's go out there and make something of ourselves. And damn, did they do it. I'm proud of the Crimson Tide. They got the win. And they move on to what? What is it, Jeff? 16 straight?
15.
15. 15-0. That's a full-on undefeated season right there. We can count that. 15-0 against the Vols. Now, at some point, there's going to be a point in history where Tennessee does get Alabama, but I think as long as Saban's there, they're not getting them. That's my opinion. What are we looking at? 2047? But it was plays like this here, a 70-yard catch, where Alabama's defense didn't show up. And just and you gotta give the Vols some credit. They do have some playmakers and some offense. And I'll say this. I think we saw tonight what Josh Heupel is working with and what he wants to install at Tennessee. I think that he means business, trying to build this program up. Now, it's going to be a long time before they're elite, let's be honest. But I think he could get them back to a competitive SEC point. But don't quote me on it because, don't hold your breath too much with it.
You know who has the number 3 defense in the country?
Alabama.
We're going to fight, fight, fight for Iowa State. We're going to fight till the battle's through. Yes, we'll fight, fight, fight for Iowa State with standards bold and true. Fight, fight. We're going to fight, fight, fight for Iowa State. I told everybody. I told you all week. Iowa State would beat Oklahoma State. I said it would be 34-24. It was 24-21.
There you go.
But the Cyclones did it.
Yeah.
And Breece Hall is now 1 rushing touchdown away from tying Derrick Henry for third place all time in most consecutive games with a rushing touchdown. The NCAA record is 22.
Who holds that?
I don't know. I don't know the guy that's got 21, but Derrick Henry's got 20. And because of after today, Brees Hall has 19. So Hall at 19, Henry at 20, some dude I don't remember at 21, and some other dude at 22. So when Brees Hall scores against West Virginia next week, he'll tie King Henry. Watch out for a very dangerous Iowa State to raise hell with the Big 12 standings.
Not in a single game. Hold on. Now you got me curious. I want to know who has the most rushing touchdowns in history in college
Well,
football. You mentioned Derrick Henry.
the record I'm talking about is most consecutive games with the rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
Brees Hall has scored a rushing touchdown in 19 straight Iowa State games. The record doesn't take into account whether you won or lost, just did you score a touchdown?
Yeah.
Nobody else is live except for Mark Rogers. I can't believe other people haven't joined us yet.
Yeah. How are they going to put here? They don't put the most consecutive games with rushing touchdowns, but they put the most consecutive completions or the most consecutive games with a reception. Brian Anderson of Central Michigan, by the way, in the FBS. 54 is the record for most consecutive games with a reception. That's
Wow.
very good. That's actually, I don't know if I want to say that's pretty low or really high considering all the different great receivers we see out there that have the receptions. Forget just scoring, you know.
Well, you know what team passed for 38 yards? 38 yards in the entire game and won today?
Who?
I'll give you a hint.
Iowa State?
No.
Illinois?
Old Princeton yells her Tiger.
Washington State?
Wisconsin her varsity. And you get the same old boring cheer at each university. But the yell that always thrills me and sends my heart with joy is the good old Oski Wow Wow. They yell at Illinois.
So
Oski
who?
Wow Wow, Illinois. Our hearts are bold and true. Oski Wow Wow, Illinois. Wave your orange and wave your blue. Rah, rah. Yeah.
So what top 25 teams actually lost today? Not a whole lot. Oregon beat UCLA. Iowa State got number 8. NC State lost.
Illinois knocked off number 7.
Yeah, that's true. Wisconsin got 25 Purdue.
Who Illinois should have beaten 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Of course, Illinois, though, today taking care of Penn State, which
Illinois went into Happy Valley, beat the number 7
in
Nittany
like
Lions
6 overtimes. Or
while
9, actually, wasn't it?
while only passing for 38 yards because they ran the ball down Penn State's throat for 358 yards.
Yeah, that run defense of Penn State has gotten exposed the past couple weeks. And it definitely got exposed today.
Once again, as I say every year, I say it all the time, once again, James Franklin can't win the game his team needs to win.
Yeah. You see, App State beat Coastal. 30 to
Here's
27.
here's your stat of the day.
Huh.
5 years in a row, Penn State has followed their first loss of the season with their second loss.
Yeah,
Think about
it's like a weird curse on the Nittany
that.
Lions in a
Yep.
way.
They don't know how to handle defeat.
Iowa dropped 9 spot. Oh, it still hasn't updated the rankings, and Iowa did lose last week, didn't they? Who did they lose to again?
They lost to Purdue,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
unranked Purdue.
Which I even said too. I love the Iowa Hawkeyes defense, but what we saw outside of a Maryland game, like I take the Maryland game away because I don't even know what to say about that. But I'll tell you something: I am not sold on the fact that Iowa can throw the ball and have a how do I mean, I don't know if I want to say have a competitive, but it damn sure ain't elite. Like they're up
Oh
there.
no no
They're
no no!
looking
No.
like one of the better teams in college football this year, but they don't have an offense like in Oklahoma or Georgia or whoever. They're
Make
led
ab-
by their defense.
make absolutely no mistake about it. The Iowa offense is terrible.
It is. I want to see their stats. What is who's the quarterback? Spencer Petras. I
Yep.
want to see what his stats are.
He's
And, and,
totally
and
on.
look, I hate to throw individual players under the bus because it's always a team effort, and you hate to look at a player and say you're straight horrible, especially for college players. I hate to do that. I think it's more of a coaching thing, and I think Kirk Ferentz is more on the defensive side. Now I'll give him this: over 1,000 yards for Spencer Petras. That's fair. He's taken 18 sacks this year for a whole total of 131 lost yards. 131 sack yards lost. That's crazy. Now I like Sam Laporta, the receiver or the
Well,
tight end.
Laporta, the tight end, is good.
He is. He's a great blocking tight end, and he's really good. Good route runner if you need him to be. And um, he's like the best weapon, really the only weapon that they have, and that's what they're scoring with. You know, I mean, how many touch? Let me see how many touchdowns he has. 2 touchdowns. Charlie Jones has 2 touchdowns too. Okay, so a couple guys, but that's the go-to guy plus Tyler Goodson with 5 rushing touchdowns. And I still, I've mentioned that I've seen a lot of defense this year, but I still think we're switching to offense where you have to get a mobile. Well, you don't even need so much a mobile quarterback, but you got to be able to throw the ball and keep up with the playmakers. And it's I'll say it's not terrible, but it's decent for Iowa. But because of their like, if they don't have their defense, they're not top 10, and they probably have. I won't say they're like winless or anything, but maybe 2 to 3 losses instead of just the one, in my opinion. But who knows? I mean, they're led by Sam Laporta, Goodson, and Petrus. That trio is what their offense is made of. You work with those guys, they're great. Defensively, they got players top to bottom. I like Riley Moss, Benson, Campbell, especially. Zach Van Valkenburg is a really good defensive tackle. Uh, there's a few guys on that defense to get to know.
Oregon held on to beat UCLA
Okay. Let's see.
34-31.
Do you see how many points Wake Forest put up on our 70-56 Wake Forest over Army? That's incredible. Hold on, let me do that math here.
I
What
don't know.
is
I don't know that I'm more impressed that Wake Forest scored 70 points or unimpressed that they let Army score 56.
Salute to all the servicemen and women out there wherever you serve, by the way. But that's a whole combined score, Jeff, of 126.
Yeah.
It
And
was literally a shootout from
salute to
top to bottom.
Navy. Salute to
Yes.
Navy for proving that Cindy Nasty does not belong in the playoffs, even if she goes undefeated.
They're going to get in if they're undefeated anyway. You just know that.
No,
I
they're
mean, they're
not.
going to.
Not after today. This was
No.
it.
All
This
right.
will be the excuse.
And I would fully agree with you in this. They shouldn't. And actually, now that I see it, you might actually be right. Because what's Navy's record? Army's 4-3. You got Navy is 1-6. 1-6. They were way better last year.
And then again, the committee will say when they're in their closed doors and they're talking amongst themselves.
We lost Jeff. He's getting to the good part. Damn it. Okay. There we go. What were you saying, Jeff?
Oh, the committee will say when they're in their closed door meetings and they're trying to figure a way to get rid of Cincinnati, undefeated Cincinnati, is they will say on October 23rd, they went to Annapolis to play 1-6 Navy in a game they knew they had to blow Navy out.
Right. And it didn't have to be like this 100-0
and Navy recovered an onside kick, and if they didn't throw an interception, they might have beat them.
Right. I can't believe Bryce Young's making plays like that. Holy cow! I mean, he's amazing.
Oh, let me tell you about Alabama. They better figure out how not to drop the ball. 2 dropped touchdowns tonight.
And I'm still waiting on the. Now I've seen some improvement, but I'm still waiting for the offensive line to really pick up too. Because look at this, they give up, and Bryce has to scramble, and Bryce proved he can run tonight.
Yeah,
I knew he could throw, but man, he was scrambling on that play.
Yeah, he added a new dimension to the offense. And if you have to start worrying about that now that's going to be a problem. If you got to start worrying about, I need to spy on him because he might run.
Yeah, I mentioned that I had to work, so I did miss quite a bit of the game. So now I'm getting to watch some highlights, and I did listen to the last of it with Eli Gold, my guy. But like that right there. Okay, Daniel Wright is number 3 right there. Daniel Wright, I think. Look at this. Has a chance. Now, I got to give Hooker, the quarterback, some credit for putting that ball perfectly there, but holy cow, man. You got to be faster. You got to get ahead of that guy.
I've seen the first half highlights. I didn't see the first half live, but I saw the highlights.
Okay.
And our safeties were out of position all night long.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Where the hell was Malachi Moore? Stop right
here,
there.
just letting a guy go by.
Stop. Look, no, not 13, not right? Him. Not him. Go down. Go on the 5-yard line. The top guy on the 5-yard line. Right there. Right in the middle.
That's
right.
Malachi.
Not the top guy. The second from the top. The two guys lined up where the linebackers are supposed to be? At the 5. Number 13, Malachi Moore. Okay, now look at where see where the cornerback is, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
The cornerback's got outside, he's got outside leverage, so he's covering the outside. That means the free safety on the inside He needs to be at the goal line right now.
He
He has to
does.
cover the middle of the field. Okay, watch what he does. He's not
Okay.
there. So
Yeah.
Hooker just throws it over the top. That's not getting back in your drop. That's a complete misread. That's a blown assignment.
Right. Blown coverage, basically.
Yep, that's a blown coverage. Hooker sees it and hits him.
Yeah. And you know, the thing is like Bama seemed to like and again, from what I was hearing and everything, hearing Eli Gold call it, because he calls out coverages and stuff too. It seemed like the defense was picking it up too, but it still wasn't enough because they still let the Vols go down there and score. And of course, our offense, with how they are, they do little quick short slants and everything like that. Look at this offensive line. Where are you? Bryce Young gets taken down like he always does. Not really. I'm just kind of pissed because I really don't like the O line this year. And again, I don't try to throw players under the bus, but who's the,
I do.
Doug
I do.
Maroon is the O line coach. Look at okay, what the Battle?
That's
Jordan
that's
Battle could have tackled him right
that
there. Look at
that's
this
Jordan Battle not getting back in his drop.
throws. And that's number 3. That's Daniel Wright again. So Daniel Wright really gave up a few key plays in this game tonight. You know, and he's one of the young guys. He's still learning and everything. I think he's freshman this year, if memory serves. But either way, I mean, it's just one of those like
I'm
you
going to
need to
tell
stay
you
on them and you read them. You got to
what
read your
had
man.
me what had me the most irritated when I started watching it live in the second half is I've been real quiet. I've been trying not to say anything. I've been trying to wait to see how it all works out.
Right.
But Bill O'Brien is starting to piss me off because we
Yes.
run a lot of plays that are what you would call slow developing. It takes a long
Yeah.
time for the play to evolve, including a lot
And
of
work
our
itself
runs.
out.
A lot of
Right.
our runs are slow starting running plays.
It's not really fast paced like it has been, basically,
And I
right?
don't mean you're right, right. And I don't mean fast paced by look at this right here.
Yeah. Key
You got to
play.
wait for Bolden to clear out. Okay. Now it works because Jameson fumbles the ball, but
Yeah.
it all takes too long.
And I understand too. Like, I understand it's a new coordinator in a new system and a bunch of young talent. Like, look, Bryce Young was actually able to run in a touchdown. I was shocked. I was impressed. I mean, not that I know he's mobile, but I mean, look at him scampering around in the way that he did that. But getting back to what I was saying is like, it's the thing with Alabama, it's not a lack of talent. They have that. It's consistency and
Oh,
coaching
there's
style.
Fireball. Hey, Fireball.
They still have to figure some stuff out. They still have young guys. Now they're getting better
Oh, L
and
Dub's
they're
in here.
improving. Yeah.
Yeah, L Dub and Fireball joining us. What happened to Tennessee tonight was that
What's up, Vic? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah,
Hold
hey
on, hold
Val.
on. Look at this man's name.
Guess what?
Slick Dick Vic.
Yeah, guess what? Yeah, we're
What?
going to the World Series.
Woo!
Yeah.
You beat the
Yep.
Dodgers. My man. There you go. I like Atlanta. I really do. I got some family members that are big fans. So I'm pulling for you guys. I really am. Who won the American League? Did the Astros?
yes.
You better kill them.
Yeah, I have to root for Atlanta now because I
I
just
hate
can't
the
root for
Astros.
I can't root for
Oh
the
yeah.
cheaters.
Check out this man. Phil Mathis, number 48. All right, he's gonna
Oh,
push through. First off, the O-line gives up number 63. And Phil just not only he took him down, he didn't just sack him, he pulled that man back.
Okay. Yeah. So
Jerry Wells is asking, did I wear a Cubs hat to the game? No, Jerry, I had on my Crimson Script A hat.
There you go.
I had on my Crimson Script A hat, and I had on a heather gray sweatshirt over blue jeans. That's what I was wearing, and of course I had my photo vest on.
They blocked a punt.
Yeah, we got a punt blocked.
Hold on.
We've had a punt blocked and a kick returned against us this year. What the hell is going on?
Lack of talent. Henry Toto covered it though. Oh, look, you Vols fans are dancing happy. Still don't know what a cigar tastes like.
Were you in the stream? I was in somebody's stream either last night or the night before or somewhere where that dumbass punk kid was talking about Bama's linebackers being slow.
Oh, Jacob?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably on here.
And in particular, he was talking about
was he talking about Harris?
Yeah, he was talking in particular about Christian Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked if I saw a photographer with a Cubs hat.
I told you.
Campbell after
Bryce
the game.
Young.
Yeah,
Bryce Young just proved himself tonight.
No, Jerry, I was not near Coach Campbell after the game. I was on the opposite sideline, and when the crowd got on the field, I couldn't get anywhere near him.
Were you at the?
I didn't see him until the media room at the press room after the game.
Which Cubs game?
No, not Cubs game. He asked because he said he saw a guy with a Cubs hat on next to Coach Campbell.
Oh, okay.
When the game was over, and I said I was on the opposite sideline, and the crowd rushed the field, so I couldn't get near him. So I just waited and got pictures of him in the press conference after the game. Although when I did walk off the field, I walked off the field about 5 feet away from Brock Purdy. I mean, I could have reached out and touched him, and I just said, "Hey, nice game today, Brock." And
So did.
Oh yeah, Trey Sean. Let's go.
So he was close enough that you could reach out and touch him. Why didn't you?
Abracadabra. Wanna reach out and
I did. I just looked at him and I said, "Hey, nice game, Brock." And he said, "Thanks. We needed that. We needed that." He repeated himself. He said, "We needed that. We needed that." And then about 5 other people came up to him and mobbed him.
Awesome.
And actually, the first Campbell I saw was Erica, not Matt. I ran into her in the hallway.
Yes, that's his wife.
That's his wife. Yeah. Yeah, she's real pretty. She's young and she's very fertile. They've got four kids, maybe 5, and she's like 36 or something. So she's done her job. She's been a good wife.
There we go. Jameson.
Yeah, there we go. Yep, Jameson. Yep. So
I'll say this.
I think.
I'll go ahead.
Guys. Yeah, it's getting kind of late for me, so I'll talk to y'all later. Okay.
Oh, are you going to drop out, Vic? I was hoping you're going to stick around.
Yeah.
We got to trade places with. We got to trade places with Vic Ballard.
Yeah.
Because Vic had the week off with the bye, and we played. Now next week we've got the bye.
Yeah, that's true.
Or Bama does. I don't.
Man, because I think. Yeah.
I've got a bye too because Iowa's on the road and so is Iowa State. So I've got for the second time in 3 weeks. I'll have a Saturday with nothing to shoot because both my teams are out of state.
Yeah. I think what I saw in this Bama game, too, just watching these highlights, the
Hey, Gary
offense is
Wells and
pretty
L Dub
good.
Ballard dropped a link. Y'all can come in here if you want.
Yeah,
Same with you.
absolutely.
Same
Anyone.
with you, Firewall, if you're still around.
I think
Join the
with
conversation. You get
the
tired of hearing me and Ballard talk. Get in here and join us.
forget the Alabama side of this win for a second. The Vols did put up 20. No, they scored what, 34? No,
24.
24. And anyway, I think it kind of showed, yes, Bama had some weaknesses in this game that got exposed and coverage and blown like, but I really do think that it showed a little bit of what Josh Heupel is trying to build with this program. And
Hey,
look,
I'm
I
impressed
think
with
that
Heupel.
what'd you say?
I'm impressed with Heupel. I was
I
wrong
am
about
too.
him.
I
I mean,
like the guy. He's
he,
like
he came in. Don't forget, Tennessee lost 23 players to the portal.
in one off season too, by the
Yeah,
way.
I mean, so
This
he came
year.
in. Yeah, he came into a team that was just wrecked. I mean, just
Oh yeah.
wrecked. You know,
But look what
and
he's
he's got
built.
him.
I mean,
He's
they've
got him.
won. Well,
Yeah,
they've only won maybe 2 games, but I mean, they've competed really well, didn't they?
yeah. They're
Like,
not getting.
yeah,
They're not. You know, yeah. They've been in some games. Now, Mr. Jeff Webster told you Thursday and Friday that the final score was going to be 52-20, and it ended up being 52-24. But that's neither here nor there.
yeah.
52, 52-24 being the score that we whipped Texas A&M's ass and Ohio State's ass by last year. So apparently Alabama likes to win by a 52-24 margin.
Oh no, oh no! I got a copyright on the live stream for showing those highlights. Damn it! Hold on. Oh, it's still going. Whatever. It said it was interrupted for a little bit. I apologize.
Well, just take it down. Don't show any more
No,
highlights.
it'll be okay. It'll be okay. I mean, it's you
Now
can
here,
always go. You can always go in, and what you can do is it'll tell you where it was, and you can clip that part out,
right?
so it's not there. Instead of just taking the whole thing down. Anyway, I just kind of got an email.
It's always fun to beat Tennessee.
Ah,
Damn hillbillies.
they forgot what a cigar looks like, right? They don't even. They can't even. Like half those people were virgins. Oh, let's be honest, they're still virgins, but last time they saw one.
Well, if you consider that, and of course this is not the case, there's all sorts of students of other ages, but most college students are between the ages of like 19 and 23. You're undergrads,
Yeah.
you know, and so you got to consider that there's only the juniors or the seniors who are at Tennessee had even started school the last time that the Volunteers beat Alabama.
Yeah.
Like the juniors and seniors would have been like in kindergarten or first grade, and now they're juniors and seniors in college.
That's true. I mean, look, yeah, and I even said it. I don't think it'll be under Nick Saban at Alabama. But yeah, there's going to be a point where not necessarily Tennessee picks itself up, because I really don't know that. But yeah, Bama's going to fall off college football at some point. And Tennessee will get back into the habit of winning in this rivalry somewhere. It might be 20 or 30 years down the road, but I mean, nothing really lasts forever, especially in college
Now,
football.
you're spoiled, Ballard, because of when you were born. You don't remember, but I very much
Yeah.
remember. I very much remember when Tennessee beat us 10 years out of 12.
Yep.
And when Auburn, at the same time that was going on, Auburn beat us 5 years in a row.
Well, I mean, I know like doing research about the history, but like you said, yeah, I don't remember it. You know,
Nathaniel
it
Worcester
was
with a
a person,
picture.
I'm sure.
Nathaniel Worcester with a picture of Matt Campbell says roll clones.
Okay.
Let me tell you what, the storm siren was blaring today. It was blaring all day in Ames.
Yeah.
Purdy threw for 307, I believe, and he took care of the ball, which is what he's supposed to do because he loves to turn the ball over. So he
Yeah.
took care of the ball. He
What?
played nice conservative game. Now Iowa State did give up a passing touchdown in the second
Mhm.
half. What that means is that in their last 11 games, which is 11 third quarters and 11 fourth quarters, so
It's official.
in their last 22 quarters of second half football, their last 11 games, the Iowa State defense has now given up 3
Yeah.
touchdowns in
It is
22.
official that. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What are you saying? It's
No,
official
I was
what?
just going to say, just to remind everybody, it is official. It is the Braves and the Astros for the World Series. Carry on.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching the post game right now.
Yeah. I'm just now seeing it that they won the game and like it's in the books and all that, but
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Yep.
pretty good. Yeah. There
They
you go.
got t-shirts that say that.
Yeah.
Part of his NIL says yeah, ISU pretty good. Yeah. I met a Marine today who was a guest of the Cyclones, who
Yeah.
was there without his left hand. He was wounded in Afghanistan and lost his left hand. So even though he wasn't an officer, I saluted him and thanked him for his service. And thought that's pretty damn brave. Iowa State now 16 since 2016. Iowa State now 16-2 in the month of October.
Nathaniel Worcester, welcome to the stream. Brocktober. There you go.
Hit the link and
Here's
join us.
something too.
Hit the link and join us, Mr. Worcester.
Yeah, I could drop it again too. Fun fact of the day. Fun fact of the day, and I don't know if this is what we were talking about earlier, but just to bring this up. Derrick Henry has more rushing touchdowns than 30 of the 31 other NFL teams. And I'm looking at it here. I'm trying to see which team they're leaving out because obviously there's one other team on there. I see the Steelers. I don't see the Browns on there.
You know what Derrick Henry also has?
What's that? A Heisman?
No, he has more yards after contact than
He's
the
a strong dude.
Wait a minute. He has more yards after contact than the current number 2 rusher in the NFL has in total. So his yards after contact are higher than the next guy who's chasing him for total rushing yards.
Yep.
He has 582 yards after contact. And did you see the Thursday night his 76-yard touchdown? Did you see the stat on that? He broke up a 76-yard touchdown, and ESPN had him timed at 21.8 miles per hour at the peak. Now, He's not going 21.8 the whole time, of course. Just that's what he peaked at. 21.8 miles per hour. Now keep in mind, Derrick Henry is listed at 247 pounds. Okay?
Oh, yeah. Big dude.
247 pounds, 21.8 miles an hour. You know what that is? That is a cement truck with like 4 Ferrari engines strapped to it. That's what that is. When that's coming at you, you just get the hell out of the way. Why did
I made
Tennessee?
a
Why
joke
did
that
Bama give up
I'm trying to
24?
remember.
Do you see Do you see the comment section?
Why did Tennessee give up 52 to Bama?
He's responding to Nate.
It's a rivalry game where anything can and will happen in Tennessee, I think. Like I've been saying tonight, I really do think it's kind of a factor of what. First off, I don't think Hendon Hooker's that bad of a quarterback. He's not that great. I think he's serviceable, and they do have some weapons. And look, I like what Heupel is trying to work with. I think he's going to do pretty good at Tennessee. At least you got to say he's going to be better than like Pruitt.
I predicted Tennessee would score 20, so they scored 24. But I also knew that we were going to score a hell of a lot more than 24, so that there was no doubt in my mind that Bama was going to win.
Well,
and yes, I agree. I agree. LW, Bama needs this bye week. I agree.
Yeah.
Nathan,
well,
was I at the game? Nathan, yes, I was at the game. I was sidelines.
I think Bryce Young and the offense. Well, I don't know. At what point did they prove themselves? Like, we know they're great, but let's be honest, the defenses that they're playing, they're not really the best of the best yet. I want to see them get truly tested out, really, honestly, outside of that Florida
Worcester
game.
was in Ames today.
Really?
Yeah, he was at Jack Trice. It was a great atmosphere. That's about as loud as I've heard it. And Nathan, let me tell you what, I have not seen Nathan. I have not seen the replay in any highlights, and of course I was there, so I didn't see. I wasn't watching it on TV, but I was 20 yards away from Xavier Hutchinson when they called him for taunting. And that wasn't. He's an IC student. Cool. And that was an absolute bullshit taunting call.
Yeah.
Absolute bullshit. No, we ended up scoring. We ended up scoring on that drive, so it didn't end up costing us. But it was absolutely atrocious. That crew that worked that game today, they were terrible. And you know what, Ballard?
Huh.
Nate the GR8, Nate the Great is in here. Thor's Hammer's in here.
Yeah.
And we need to salute Thor's Hammer because the Wolverines are undefeated.
They are undefeated. What's up, Nate?
What's up?
Undefeated Michigan. Who saw this coming? Well, I love Michigan this year, especially their defense.
Yeah, I mean, yes, they did struggle in the first half against Northwestern, a decent Northwestern team. And they just bounced back and dominated the game and covered the spread.
Nate, I gotta tell you, I know when you look and you watch it on TV that they're ugly. I know they are. I know they're ugly on TV, but they're even uglier. They're even uglier in person. And I'm talking about those jerseys, those uniforms that Northwestern was wearing tonight. Wearing today in Ann Arbor.
Michigan.
Northwestern.
The purple
ones? No, it's their stupid white ones. These stupid white ones, and they got this like purple stripe that goes across the chest.
Okay.
That goes across the ribs.
What the hell did I miss?
in person, they're the ugliest damn things you ever saw.
Yeah. Well,
It's like
hey,
Iowa State today. Iowa State comes out in their Cardinal, which they should be wearing, with their white pants. Where the hell
the
were their
heck?
gold pants? Where the
They're
hell was
red
the gold
pants.
pants today?
Or they
Oh,
could
man.
go all Cardinal. I could have. I don't know.
Remind me
Yeah,
again. Cincinnati did win today, right?
Yeah, but
yes,
7 points.
Cindy Nasty won 27-20.
So
We
so
tried
they
telling
showed
you
that they
Lee and
suck.
stuff.
I mean, just making sure.
Yeah, no.
If
Like,
Nate won't be able to sleep all week. He's going to be nervous all week.
hell yeah, I'm freaking nervous. Oh, sorry.
Michigan State, and I think is it in East Lansing?
Yes.
Michigan State's defense is pretty good, man. I don't know, and I think they
Yeah,
still
that's one
are. They
scared
still
me.
undefeated, or do they have a loss?
Yeah,
Because
no,
they're still in a
they're
good
undefeated. I
position
think
to
they're
what?
undefeated. They beat. I forgot. What did they beat Jeff last week?
I'll tell you
Oh,
what.
I don't remember, but this is where next week the Big Ten East starts eating each other because
Yeah.
Michigan and Michigan State, somebody's got to lose. Ohio State's got to play Penn State, who got handled by Illinois today. But
I was rooting for Illinois because oh my god.
Well, that's what I'm curious about, though. I mean, you can sit there and maybe Ohio State is better than Penn State. I'm still not completely sold on the Buckeyes this year, but how does Penn State respond to a loss like they had
They're gonna
today?
be
Again,
full force. I
nine
would say
overtimes.
they're
Nine
gonna be full
overtimes
force,
and
and
they
they're
lost.
mad.
At home. Yeah, no, they're going to be pissed. James
Well,
Franklin better have a plan.
they let Illinois run for 358 yards.
When's the
wait,
last time Illinois did that?
May 2007.
Yeah, God
What?
only knows.
I think
and,
it's 2007.
and just a reminder, Brett Bellum was the head coach of that school,
Yeah,
too.
I mean, remember he did win some. I forgot how many championships for
Ooh.
conference championships.
I'm watching highlights of the Penn State game,
Wait a
too,
minute.
by the way.
LW says people were saying Bryce was struggling at halftime. He was 20 for 26 for 204 yards and a touchdown. Yeah. That's not struggling. Receivers falling down when he hits them in stride, and people dropping passes is not his fault.
Hey
The
Jeff,
receivers suck. That's the problem. Is the receiving core is not the best. It's really not the best. I'm telling you that right now. It's
Penn
talent,
State or
but it's not like I'm sorry. It's just, and I'm not saying we need to get these guys back. And you're never going to have a guy to reach the level of a Waddle or Devontae Smith.
When is Hall and Earl gonna figure into the receiving core? That's what I want to know.
Ajay Hall and JoJo Earl.
Ajay Hall and JoJo Earl. Obviously, they're not ready yet, because if they were, Saban would play them. Because one thing we know about Saban is Saban don't give a shit what class you are, whether you're a junior, freshman, junior, sophomore, and he don't care if you're dating the local dentist's daughter or you got 3 Filipino girls on the side. He don't care about none of that. He's going to play who can win ball games for him.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff.
And if you're not playing, I'm comfortable in trusting Saban to like, if I don't see you, there's a reason why I'm not seeing you, and that reason is Nick Saban, and I'm willing to trust him.
True.
I'm excited for guys like JoJo Earl, though. I mean, you give them at least next year, because Mechie could go pro. Slade, I don't. Anyway, we'll have a couple key guys to lose again.
Mechie needs to come back.
You mentioned those two. What?
Mechie needs to come back.
I think so too.
Who got hurt?
You mentioned Agiy Hall and JoJo Earl. I love hearing Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama magazine, and he pointed out all off season, especially after the spring game. He pointed out guys like JoJo Earl, who was having a tremendous off season, and how don't be surprised if they get playing time or anything. Well, they really haven't. And look, I don't really have a problem with the receivers out there, but you mentioned a guy like Agiy Hall and JoJo Earl. I would still prefer, like, yeah, give them some time to go out there and perform. Because JoJo Earl, I he's like Jalen Waddle fast. He's got that size on him too.
Hmm.
He's great.
Nathaniel, are you still in here? If you
Yes.
are, how come is Nathaniel in here?
I am.
I at least see him in the comments. I don't know if he's still watching.
No, not you, Nate. Nathaniel Worcester.
Well, never mind.
He's still in here. I'm going to ask him why the hell didn't we throw the ball to Allen today? We threw it to Charlie Kohler 6 times, but we didn't throw that. I think we did. I don't know that Purdy targeted Allen one time the whole game.
Really?
I was gonna ask you, Jeff.
Yeah,
What's you gonna what do you think of Bryce Hall? What's his comparison to what any NFL current running back or
Brees Hall.
That's a
yeah?
Oh, I know he's probably a 2nd or 3rd round draft pick. He's not a first round. He's not a first round guy.
No. I meant like, what do you think of what running back? Well, he's a comparison to him. Like,
oh, who does he remind me of?
yeah.
He reminds me a little bit of Josh Jacobs in Oakland, and he reminds me of what the hell? I can't think of the guy's name.
Where's he at?
His name will come to me. Minnesota, the kid that played at Florida State.
Oh,
Dalvin
Irvin
Cook?
Jones
Is
or
that
something
it?
like that.
Yeah,
No,
Cook. Yeah.
not Dalvin. Who?
He played at Florida State, and he's with the Vikings.
I think it's Irvin Jones. I don't know. It's probably
No, it's a D. It's Dalton.
okay.
It's Dalvin Cook. It's his name starts with a
Dalvin
D.
Cook. You said it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook. That's it.
Yeah, because he's not. They're not tremendously explosive. Not gonna. He's not. In other words, he might knock a few bricks out of the wall, but he's not going to knock the wall down.
Right.
So not a great big explosive back, but very patient and very shifty in the hole.
Right.
But that said, if he gets a step, he will run away from you. If Brees Hall gets in the open, he will outrun the secondary.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a one question I had for you, but
You know what I can't believe is that Kansas played Oklahoma. Now I stood in the rain and watched Iowa State. I think it was 59-7. Absolutely slaughter Kansas 2 weeks ago. I mean, just slaughtered them. It looked like they were playing a high school team. And then Kansas goes out and shuts out Oklahoma in the first half.
Oklahoma. Man,
I was reminded today of why I don't like Oklahoma State. Their players are snotty. Their fans are little arrogant pricks.
they're little Mike Undies.
Yeah. Jacob Watson says Trenches is streaming. Why the hell is Trenches streaming?
It's a recap. It's the title. It's like a recap of whoever it is, hang out, whoever. But it's all right.
I'm not going over there. I promised Ballard I'd join his stream, so I'm keeping my word.
Yeah, I know.
I
But
like trenches. I'm just keeping my word to Ballard.
yeah, that's cool. What I was gonna say? Damn it, I got a brain fart. Dang it, I forgot. Damn, I was just gonna say that I gotta try to remember it. Come on, whatever. Eventually it'll come back to me, but
We were just talking about Oklahoma. Did it have something to do with
oh,
them?
okay, yeah. Now you remind me. Okay, you know what Oklahoma reminds me of? Kind of like they're kind of like Nebraska, but the opposite of Nebraska. Nebraska keeps it close, trying to get a win, but loses. And Oklahoma tries to get a win and almost loses.
Right.
That's I was trying to say, and that's true. I think. Do you think
Well, it'll
that's
be
true?
interesting to see, and everybody will be all worked up. They'll all be talking about the AP poll and should Cincinnati and Oklahoma drop out of 2 and 3 because even though they won, they barely beat really bad teams. And Alabama, they're going to
Beat
say
two.
they'll say that Alabama struggled, but they won by 28. Should
Well, I
Michigan
mean,
and
That
Ohio
was meaningless.
should Michigan and Ohio State move into the top 4? Uh, you know,
mm,
and my response to all of that is, so what? So what? What matters is when the playoff poll comes out in 2 weeks.
yes. Is it? It's a.
That's the one that'll matter.
Now let me ask you this, Jeff. If you're the playoff committee, what's your top four look like right now? If you're putting out the first poll today,
If I put
even
out the first
after
poll,
even after today's wins,
okay, if I have to vote on the playoff committee, what they do is they vote for, I think they vote for 6, and then
that's right.
and,
The
and
first
then
two
and
out.
and then the rest fall into place. But my first 4 would be Georgia at 1, Ohio State at 2, uh, let's see. I'd probably have Michigan at 3, Oklahoma or Alabama at 4 or 5.
Kind of coin flip. The other gets 5. There
Yeah, yeah.
you go.
Because I know this is all going to work itself out. Michigan and Ohio State are going to have to play each other. Michigan still has to deal with Penn State. They still have to deal with Michigan State. Ohio
Mm-hmm.
State still has to deal with all those. It's going to work itself out.
It's like
Yeah.
a Big Ten playoff.
Right. Because right now everybody's going on these scenarios. Well, if this happens, it'll be this for. If this happens, it'll be this for. Well, don't worry about that. Just hang on. We'll know what's going to happen in about 3 more weeks. So don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, I know.
I still think. Where is the Michigan Ohio State game? Is it in
It's in
Columbus?
Ann Arbor, which is Michigan.
I think you guys could get it this year. I think. Man, I really like y'all's defense. I really
You know
like
what?
You mean the
Michigan.
style
You
of
know what
it,
the
or just
you know what the problem
overall?
with the big house is. The problem with the big house is that the big house is like,
A bowl.
yeah. Imagine you got a bowl sitting on your kitchen table, okay, and you know what a bowl is shaped like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's just
but then you take your hands and you grab the bowl and you pull sideways. That's what it is, because
hmm?
the stadium in Ann Arbor is flat. It's not tall.
Right.
It's like the Rose Bowl. It's more horizontal than it is vertical. So, like, if you're in row 50, you're 150 yards from the field. You're not like 30 yards from the field, but 100 feet in the air, like going straight up, like Kyle Field or
Right,
It
Bryant
looks
Denny
right.
or
awesome,
something.
honestly.
Yeah,
Here,
you're
let me
laid
screen
out. You're
share with
laid
you.
out flat. Well, okay. Well, here's what happens when you're laid out flat like that. The noise goes up into the sky.
Talking about this and how flat, like
Yeah.
that. Look
Right.
how
The
low it.
noise. The
I mean,
noise.
look.
The noise. The
Yeah.
noise doesn't stay in the stadium like
Right.
it does in at
Like
Texas
looking glass
A&M.
or something like that.
Right, like it does at Texas A&M, like it does at Kinnick, like it does at Jack Trice. Older
Syracuse.
stadiums that are built with tall sides.
They should add like you know what the Green Bay Packers stadium looks like?
Yes,
Lambeau.
They
Lambeau.
should add more what was it called? Here, go to Green Bay Stadium. It actually kind of looks like the Michigan Stadium, but
You mean press boxes and media
yeah,
boxes and stuff like that?
more seats up. Those ones I'm talking about. Um, like
Oh man, I gotta put my phone on the charger. I'm gonna lose you guys.
yeah, don't lose this.
All right, I'll keep talking as long as I can. I don't know how long my phone is gonna stay going, but if I suddenly disappear, you'll know why.
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, Ballard. You know what the Lambeau Field looks like, right?
The what?
Lambeau Field, which is Green
Yeah, home of
Bay's.
the Packers. Yeah,
Yeah, it kind of looks like the big house, but more
it
seats
does.
up. You
Yeah.
know?
Y'all want to see? I was looking up smallest stadiums. Wake
Oh,
Forest. Now, nothing against Wake Forest at all, but looking at
oh,
this
decent.
one, it looks like a high school field.
That's all right.
It's not bad, but it's one of the smallest college football stadiums, at least Power Five wise.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Oh,
you want to see an aerial view,
Yeah, that's
that's
not
not.
bad. I
I
mean,
mean, it's not bad, but it's like I'm curious
maybe,
about the capacity.
yeah,
You know,
maybe renovate it or expand it. Maybe I don't know.
I think Wake Stadium only holds like 35 or 40,000.
Oh,
Now,
no, it's 31,500.
oh, they shrunk
okay,
it.
but there's a very good reason why.
Yeah,
It's not in a major metropolitan area,
that's true.
and Wake Forest is I think we looked this up one night.
Yeah.
It might be the smallest undergraduate student population in all of FBS. I think they only have like
Right.
6,000
Well, wait.
students.
Well, Winston Salem's a small town anyway, isn't it?
True.
Yeah, but
It's
I'm
not that
talking
big.
about, yeah, yeah. But then the university itself, I think they only have like 6,000 students. I mean, they're really small
Yeah.
as far as their student body goes.
True.
It's not like Ohio State.
I was like,
And
oh my god.
Minnesota, Ohio State and Minnesota both have like 55, 60,000 students. That's more than the population of Ames. A-
True.
Iowa State has like 25,000 students, and Ames has like 45,000
Yeah.
people. I mean, there's more students at Ohio State than in the whole city of Ames.
And plus,
It's 11:30 Central Time. So at least in my point, which Jeff, you're in Central Time too, right?
yeah, me too.
Yeah, so is Nate.
Okay, so for all of us, you know, you got Alabama, you got Nick Saban who just broke Bear Bryant. If I told you guys 1 week from tomorrow he's going to be 70 years old,
Yeah.
shout
Dang.
out to Coach Saban.
Oh, how was the call of Stink Shaven for last
what?
year? The call, like
what?
the radio call or whatever it is.
Oh, for Eli?
Yeah.
Oh, he does an amazing job. Him and Chris Stewart, and he gets who is it? John Parker Wilson, one of our former quarterbacks from 06,
Well,
07,
I thought
helps
we were
call the games
talking
with
Nick
him.
Saban though.
Oh, when I called Nick Saban, I was
Yeah.
shaking, but it was amazing. Jeff, did you hear this one?
What?
When I called Coach Saban?
Yeah, I saw your replay of it.
Yeah.
You did a great job. You did good.
Yeah. Oh, I look. Eli Gold was even trying to get out words like that's a really interesting question there.
Yeah, I
Like
like
nobody,
Eli.
everyone wants to look forward to the next game or ask about injuries or play. I asked him simply, how do you handle the tough environments like what we'll face in Kyle Field this weekend?
Right.
Also, Coach, what do you look for when you hire all these assistants? Because you've had thousands of them. Like
Yep.
that's not bad.
Mm-mm. I would like.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. That's been my experience. I've been around college football long and college basketball and track. I've been around
Hockey.
a long time. Coaches get the same question asked to them every week, just with a couple of different words and a couple of different changes in how it's being phrased. But they're asked the same thing all the time. So when somebody asks them something a little bit different, they like that because they got to actually think about what they got to say instead of just, oh, here's another guy asking about this, you know. So they like that. They appreciate it when they're not being when somebody's not shouting the same thing at them over and over again, just different words.
God. Oh, they're gonna kill us. Look at this. It's incomplete pass. This was funny. No.
Eli Gold. Eli
What about
Gold.
Eli?
I like Eli. Eli was not the Alabama radio network guy when I was a student. It was Paul Kennedy. Eli came on right after I graduated.
Oh God! A timeout, 1-0. Jimbo's got a chance here. If he could miss this or we could block this. There you go. My reaction to the kid. No, not video foul. Dang it. Because remember, I was live for the A&M game a couple weeks ago. I was
Dang
like,
it.
God. We go to overtime. We play extra. 2nd and 9. Seth Small is the kicker.
Joey Galloway has Georgia, Cincinnati.
With some water there for that. Okay.
Joey Galloway and Sam Acho both have Georgia at number 1 and Alabama at number 4.
Really?
Acho has Georgia,
A&M could win it.
Ohio.
The kick is up. No.
I guess I just won't be able to finish my thought.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's too late now. Hell, they're already done. They changed the screen. I can't tell you now. Here's the FBI chance to reach the playoffs. Well, now they took it off already. Alabama had the fourth best chance to reach.
Okay. So we're the number 4 team then, right?
According to FBI, but
yeah,
we play like we played today, and Georgia will blow us off the field.
that's true. If we even win the West,
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we still got to do that. First things first. 1 week at a time. Now we got a bye week. We need to work on some things, and let's kick the shit out of LSU. Then we'll worry about Arkansas.
Oh, that's a bigger game than we're giving credit, because let's not forget what Coach O said 2 years ago, that it was their
That's
house.
right. That's right.
Now I understand the payback last year, but we've been rocking that stadium. That's Bryant Denny West. I
Yeah.
wanna knock him out so bad.
At BDS, he needs to be
Yeah,
reminded.
right. Whose
Yeah,
house is it? What'd you say? In the
Yeah,
middle of the
that's
damn
right.
field, roll tide.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Notre Dame took care of USC. Notre Dame is going to real quietly go 11-1. And that's going to piss everybody off in our community, in the Uncle Lou community, because Lou and all the Georgia fans and all you Southern boys hate the Yankee Catholics. You hate Notre Dame. All you Southerners, all the Georgia fans, all the Clemson fans, everybody else, they all hate Notre Dame. Well, Notre Dame's going to end up going 11-1. Now they're not going to make the playoff, but they're going to end up going 11-1.
I hate Notre Dame. Quick reminder, Jeff or Ballard. That Seattle Kraken is tied 2-2 in the third, 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go against Canucks Vancouver.
Nice.
I want the Kraken to win because I just want them to win. Because Alright, who won tonight? Penguins whopped Maple Leafs Toronto. The New York Rangers had a close one with the Ottawa Senators. And the Lightning choked against the Colorado Avalanche 4-3. Yeah.
What's up, Will?
Oh my God, I have never been so happy in my entire life until today.
What the hell happened?
Congrats
The
on
Braves.
one.
The Braves.
Oh,
man.
yeah, there you go.
Oh my God, I'm speechless.
World Series, man.
No.
World Series.
No, I don't like the Dodgers, but I despise the Yankees more. But I don't like the Dodgers too much.
No.
Titles, but whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was a crazy game.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy game, crazy series.
Was it loud on the TV?
Oh, it was loud, and it was loud in the stadium.
Yeah. Okay, I can't do it.
No, it's postseason baseball. It's always loud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. What a series. So now we got Houston on Tuesday.
Oh, God, the cheaters.
The cheaters. The New England Patriots of baseball.
Yes, indeed.
I
I can't stand the Houston
Oh, what's up, J-Dub?
Sorry.
Oh, J-Dub, what did you have to say?
I said it's a shame Atlanta won.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Why, do you want the Dodgers to win?
The Dodgers won 108 games. They're far and away the better team.
I know, yeah.
And they should have had they by right, they should have had home field advantage, except the old wild card thing where you can't be the home, which I get it. I get it. I get it. but it's actually a gyp. It ought to go to the team with a better record.
Well, here's why. Here's why. Because the Braves made it to the NLCS before the Dodgers did, and then the Braves got
True.
home field advantage. So now that the Astros were in the World Series before the Braves, they get home field advantage. Astros are going to win. Save yourself the worry.
It should
LW,
always go.
LW.
Okay.
In my opinion, you
Okay.
should always go to the team with a better record. Otherwise, because then you're
Yeah,
valuing what
and
they
plus the
did over the
Brewers had
course
a
of
better
the season.
record than the Braves, but
Who?
they just choke every year in the postseason.
Who, the Dodgers?
No, Brewers.
Oh, yeah, the Brewers. No, the Dodgers used to always collapse in the postseason.
No, well,
Yeah.
right now Brewers are doing that every year. Every year,
I am Brewers.
Oh,
I
I
know they're
hope
pretty good, but
I hope the Braves beat the Astros, and so does everybody in the country that doesn't live in Houston, because nobody wants the cheating bastards to win.
Exactly.
yeah, it's kind of like the next coming of. I want to say that the next coming in Yankees or whatever it is the next Yankees. I don't say that, but just if you know what I mean, like the cheaters of titles.
Imagine what it'll be like in the state of Georgia if the Braves, now that they're in the World Series, if they no matter 4 games, 7 games, doesn't matter, they don't win it. We'll just say they don't win it, and then the Bulldogs don't end up winning the national championship.
Ouch.
There'll be so
Oh,
many depressed. There'll be so many depressed people in Georgia.
yeah.
Well, one half happy, one half mad.
Well, here's the thing, though. I'm happy that we've made it this far because, look at this. The Braves only won 88 games this year, and I don't think most people expected us to get this far.
It was like a miracle.
It's amazing. It's really amazing, and we beat the Dodgers. We got we got sweet revenge on them.
Hmm.
Felt really good. Okay, I think I'm just gonna publish the video.
Dang it, Canucks.
Oh wait, who's your team?
Seattle Kraken.
Oh, you like the Kraken, huh?
I'm more a bandwagon, but
Okay. I'm a Rangers fan, bro. I'm so
are
happy.
are you kind of bandwagon for Kraken for this year?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm a Rangers fan.
I'm
Oh, I
not.
know.
No,
If you,
why the hell would I want to root for somebody from Seattle?
Yeah, exactly.
I
Why would I
mean,
root?
just saying.
The Rangers came back. The Rangers came back from 2-0 down. They had 6 minutes left, and they scored 3 goals in 6 minutes to beat the Senators, which is awesome.
Oh.
Canucks are beating the Kraken 3-2. Oh, their first home game finally.
Yeah, that's why I want them to win, but
Yeah, that would be a good thing to do.
there's plenty of season left though, and I'm
Oh,
just gonna say
This
that.
is like a traditional hockey season for me. I'm interested in the first week, see how the league gets started, and then I'll completely. Well, I won't completely ignore it, but I won't really give it any attention until after football's done.
let's see.
Because now we're getting into November and December. We're getting into playoff. We're getting into bowl season, and football consumes my mind.
Yeah. So Sunday night at 7 o'clock, the Red Wings are playing the Blackhawks.
Let's go
Yeah,
Wings!
and I hate the Red Wings.
Oh yeah, you guys have a huge rivalry with Detroit.
Yeah, they're my most hated team in the NHL. I hate the Red
Not the
Wings.
St. Louis Blues.
No shit. No,
Nope, 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 nope. And
the Red.
but I understand where you're coming from, Nate, because normally Chicago does hate St. Louis, and they do hate the Blues.
Yeah.
And Cubs fans hate the Cardinals more than they hate anybody else. And I hate the Cardinals. But in hockey, it's the Red Wings. That's who the Blackhawk fans hate.
Okay.
The Red Wings haven't been that good lately.
Well, they haven't made the playoffs
But
since
that goes back. I mean, the Blackhawks and the Red Wings go back generations and generations because they were two of the original six.
6 rivals.
Right, right. So
Man, we lost Ballard.
that's how that all came about.
I think
Yeah.
all original 6 teams hate each other. I think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
where you had the original 6 were Chicago, Detroit, Toronto, Montreal,
New
New
York.
York, and Boston. And the reason why those were the 6 cities is because let's say
Population.
you were Boston, okay, and you went to New York, and then you went to Montreal, and then you went to Toronto, and then you went to Detroit, and then you went to Chicago, because they used to travel by train. So you wanted to be able to get from one town to the next in about 6 hours or less by train, and that's how it was.
Yeah.
Oh
Hmm.
God.
So Rangers.
So
here's the
my
interesting.
computer's fixing to die. I gotta go to sleep and get to church tomorrow and everything. So
Okay.
I'm gonna end it here. If y'all want to keep talking, you can, but I'm at least gonna end it here and I'm gonna hop off.
All right.
All right, that's fine, Ballard.
All
Good
right.
night.
You're gonna end
Hit
it
the thumbs
in
up.
StreamYard, but keep it open.
Subscribe. Yeah, I'll keep it open for you guys, but I'm gonna end it on
All right.
YouTube.
Okay,
Love all
that's
you
fine.
guys. Jesus loves you. Roll Tide.
Go blue.
Right.
Go Dogs.
Roll Tide.